Good day. Today our topic is artificial variable technique in operations research. Myself Dr. B. Suresh Kumar, Department of Mechanical Engineering. In previous videos we discussed about simplex method to solve the maximization and minimization problem. Here why we move to artificial variable technique than simplex method. Let's see. Different constraint equation we may utilize for solve the objective functions in operations research. For example, if I consider 2x plus 3y is greater than or equal to 15 means I introduce slack variable in that equation, which is the procedure that are available with the simplex method. So as per simplex method I can add the slack variable it into this constraint equation as like minus s1 is equal to 15. Likewise, I may add. Here you see, if I consider the iteration 1 means x equal to 0, y is equal to 0, I can put it into that equations. From this, I can get s1 is equal to minus 15. So, xy are non-basic variable in the problem. Then, s is taken as starting basic variable for that considered problem. But here, s is equal to minus 15 available, which is infeasible. So we cannot proceed further iterations of the simplex method with infeasible solution. For the reason we may go to artificial variable technique. Here what we can perform, yes, if I got the infeasible solution with the constraint equation means have to introduce one more variable in left hand side of the equation, that is called artificial variable. I can explain with the practical example of the problem solving technique. Yes, here the artificial variable technique further classified it into two types. Those are two-phase method, another one is become method. Today we can discuss only about two-phase method. Two-phase method is used to finding the common feasible solution that is available with the problem. Yes. So the problem, solve the following LPP. LPP means linear programming problem. The problem may involve like minimization of z is equal to 5x1 plus 8x2 subject to the constraints of x1 less than or equal to 4, x2 greater than or equal to 2, x1 plus x2 is equal to 5. So x1, x2 are always greater than or equal to 0. Likewise, I may have the constraint equation with that problem. Then how can we solve this problem with the two-phase method? Let's see. The solution is started. I hold the objective function as like minimization of z is equal to 5x1 plus 8x2 as usual, but I concentrate on constraint equation that are available with the problem. The first constraint equation is x1 less than or equal to 4, so that I can introduce easily the slack variable it into that equation, so that x1 plus s1 is equal to 4. Likewise, I may get the constraint equation for solving the problem. After that, I have x2 greater than or equal to 2. Here the new symbol, the greater than or equal to symbol is available. We can't utilize this symbol or solve this constraint equation with the simplex method, so that we can move to artificial variable technique. Here I may utilize x2 minus s2 is equal to 2. If I introduce slack variable means which is easy, but if I consider minus s2 is equal to 2 means s2 is equal to minus 2. Likewise, I may get for substituting value for x2 is equal to 0, so that s2 is equal to minus 2. Likewise, I may got s2 is equal to minus 2 means I can't able to solve the same problem with the simplex method, so that I can introduce some artificial variable in that respective equation as like plus a1, so that the equation is converted it into x2 minus s2 plus a1 is equal to 2. Likewise, I convert that inequality equation it into equality equation with the aid of addition of artificial intelligence also with this equation. Then third constraint equation is x1 plus x2 is equal to 5. Here I can directly add the artificial variable because the constraint equation has equal to simple, so that I won't go for a slack variable introduction into that equation for converting inequality equation it into equality equation, because already the equation is in the form of equality state, so that I just introduce artificial variable only it into that equation. So x1 plus x2 plus a2 is equal to 5. Likewise, only I can add the artificial variable it into that equality equation. So when I add the artificial variable in a constraint equation, let's see the three conditions. If I have less than or equal to symbol means I just add plus slack variable only. If I have greater than or equal to symbol means I have to have introduced slack variables with the negative symbol, and also I can add another variable which is called as artificial variable. Then third condition is, if I have equality symbol with that constraint equation means I just add artificial variable it into that equation. So these three constraints, three parameters are important solving the problem with the artificial variable technique. So I have converted the three constraint equation with the introduction of slack variable and artificial variable with the respective equation according to their constraint sign that is available with that constraint equation. Then the next step, objective function. What can I do with that objective function? For example, if I consider artificial variable introduced constraint equation means I have to add both the things. If for example, if I consider this problem has two artificial variable which are a1 and a2. So how can I form the objective function, which is the next step that is available with the artificial variable technique? Here minimization problem I have, so that minimization of z is equal to sum of artificial variable. In that problem there are two artificial variable available which are a1 and a2, so that the minimization of z is equal to sum of artificial variable. So here z is equal to a1 plus a2. Likewise, I may get the new objective function equation. So replace the original objective problem by the sum of artificial variable to formulate a new objective function. This is the next step that is available with the artificial variable technique procedure. So if I move the right hand side variables it into the left hand side means z minus a1 minus a2. Likewise, I may got the minimization new objective function. After that, what about the other things which are available with the constraint equation? Here x2 minus s2 plus a1 is equal to 2 according to the corresponding equation, artificial variable equation. Here you see x2 greater than or equal to 2 available, so that I introduce slack variable and the artificial variable in that same equation, so that x2 minus s2 plus a1 I may utilize for this solving this problem. And then x1 plus x2, which is the third constraint equation available with this problem. So x1 plus x2 plus a2 is equal to 5. Likewise, I may have with this problem, I add those things with each other and I can frame the new objective function equation. Here you see I add the totally available three equations with each other and I can get the new objective function equation. So here is z plus x2 minus s2 plus x1 plus x2 is equal to 7. Likewise, I may got, because a1 minus a1 plus a1 cancelled and minus a2 plus a2 cancelled, so that I can get z plus x2 minus s2 plus x1 plus x2 is equal to 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. Likewise, I may get the equation. Now I move the right hand side 7 it into the left hand side, so I can get the final new objective function equation as like z plus x1 plus 2x2 minus s2 is equal to 7 as the objective function value. Okay, so new objective function is then minimized subject to the constraints of the original problem. So according to this, how can I frame the table? Likewise, I can move with the phase 1. So two phase method converted it into phase 1 and phase 2. Let's see how can we solve the problem, how can we move to phase 2, how can we start the problem with the phase 1. Now we can see how can we solve the problem with the phase 1 only. So we can develop the table as like a simplex method manner. The table generally has equation number, basic variable, coefficient of variables that are available with the constraint equation and objective function equation, and then RHS ratio. These are all the things that are available with the developer table. Here equation number, how many equations are we are having? 3 equations as a constraint equation and one objective function we are having. So the 4 number of equations we are having to solve the problem. The 0 is the objective function equation, 1, 2, 3 are the constraint equation that are available with the problem. And then what are the basic variable are available? If I consider the equation means basic variable S1, S2, A1, X1, X2, A2 are the basic variable that are available with the constraint and objective function equation. In objective function there is Z is also available, so that I consider all the coefficient values for solving the problem, and also I collect the values from that corresponding equation for framing the table. For considering equation number 0, which is objective function equation, what is the coefficient of Z? Yes, which is the objective function equation, Z has the coefficient of 1, and X1 also have the coefficient of 1, and X2 has the coefficient of 2, and S2 has the coefficient of -1, and then right hand side is equal to 7. Likewise the equation 0 has the coefficients. I frame with that table as like for Z1, X1 1, X2 2, S1 0, S2 -1, A1 0, A2 0, and right hand side is equal to 7. Likewise I formulate the equation and formulate the table with the first column, first row. Okay, after that I can move to equation number 1. Here the basic variable in equation 1, what is the basic variable? S1. The basic variable S1 available with the constraint equation 1, and then X1 also available. So X1 is coefficient is 1 and the right hand side is 4. What about other variables are 0? So I can frame is that 0 already, X1 only available with the constraint equation 2, so that I pick that one it into X1 cell. After that X2 0, S1 is available with that constraint equation 1, so that I can collect 1 with this cell. After that S2 0, A1 0, A2 0, and then right hand side of that constraint equation 1 is 4, so that I assign 4 in the corresponding cell. After that I consider the equation 2, constraint equation 2 means there is the basic variable X2 available, A1 available, basic variable A1, artificial variable A1 available with that equation, so that I can pick this A1 as a basic variable in a tabular column A1, and then Z there is now available in constraint equation 2. X1 value, coefficient of X1 is also not available with that constraint equation, so I introduce 0 in that corresponding cell. After that X2 is available with the constraint equation 2. Here you see in constraint equation 2 there is X2 available, so that X2 coefficient of X2 is 1, so I can place 1 with the corresponding cell. After that S1 there is no value available, so that S1 0, S2 is equal to -1, and A1 artificial variable that is available with the constraint equation 2, so that I can pick that coefficient value it into the tabular column, that is 1, and then what is the corresponding right hand side value that is available with the constraint equation, which is 2, so that I can pick the 2 for filling this cell as a 2. Okay, after that the same thing I conducted for constraint equation 3 also, so that I can pick as the values from constraint equation 3. The constraint equation 3 is x1 plus x2 is equal to 5. I convert that equation it into introduction of artificial variable. So x1 plus x2 plus a2 is equal to 5. Likewise available. So x1 coefficient is 1, x2 coefficient is 1, and then artificial variable a2 coefficient is 1, and then right hand side is equal to 5. Likewise the variables are available with that constraint equation 3, so that I formulate the table with the aid of the collected coefficient value from the constraint equation 3. Z0, x11, x21, s10, s20, a10, and then artificial variable 2 is available with the constraint equation 3, so that I place 1 here. After that, right hand side value is 5, that is available with the constraint equation 3. So next, as usual, our simplex method, we are finding the key column and the key row. Already I explained. Now you are aware about how do we calculate and how do we identify the key column and the key row. Let's see what is the procedure. First, we should identify key column from this available table according to the first row, which is equation 0. Which one is the maximum positive value that is available with that constraint, I mean objective function equation 0. According to this table, the 2 value is available, which is the maximum positive value that is available with the key column, key corresponding row, so that I can pick that 2 value as the key column value. From this I can identify key column, so I can mark red color box with that corresponding column. Okay, now I identified the key column. The next step, I can automatically move to identify the key row. How can I identify key row? Yes, for identifying key row, I consider RHS value that are available with the constraint equation. After that, I can make the subdivision with the corresponding key column value. Here you see the constraint equation 1, the right hand side value is 4, and then corresponding key column value is 0. So that 4 divided by 0 is equal to infinitive. After that, what is meant by ratio? What is meant by ratio? That is, our right hand side value is available with constraint equation 2, there is 2 is available, the corresponding column value is 1, so that 2 divided by 1 is equal to 2. After that, the constraint equation 3, there is right hand side value is 5 available, the corresponding key column value is 1, so that 5 divided by 1 is equal to 5. Likewise, I may get the equation. So how can we identify the key row with this available value? Identify least positive value from the ratio, then only we can identify the key row. So I compare 3 ratio values. The constraint equation 1 has infinitive, constraint equation 2 has 2, and then constraint equation 3 has 5. So I compare all the values to each other, and I can find the least minimum value as 2 with this equation, so that the corresponding row is called as key row. So after that, I identify the intersection point of key row and key column. So from this, I can convert the key point, I mean key number and the pivot number. If I have 10 or infinity, means I have to have convert that it into 1. But this problem, already the table has 1 value, so that I won't go for reframe or reconstruct the refinding the key pivot number value. But in other key column values 2, 0, 1 available, but in this problem, in this optimization problem, other elements that are available with the key column should be 0. For considering first row, there is subjective function row, there is value 2 available. So how can we convert the 2 it into 0? Yes, I can add the corresponding objective function equation row it into key row. How can we add those with each other? Yes, for getting the 2 as 0. So equation 0 has 2, so minus 2 into key row. Likewise, I may frame the equation. From this I can get 0 for x2 coefficient here. So equation 0 minus key row, and then constraint equation 1, already 0 is available, so we won't go for convert that number. And then constraint equation 3, there is 1 available, so we should convert that 1 it into 0. How can we convert that it into 0? Yes, here 1 is available, already key row has 1, so equation 3 minus key row means we can easily get 0 for x2, I mean key column other elements 0. Likewise, we may convert the other elements that are available with the key column, convert that it into 0, and then likewise we can perform the other things. From this we can get the RHS value changed, and corresponding element may be changed in that z1 x1 1 s1 0 s2 minus 1 a1 0 a2 0 available, and also x2 is equal to 2 available. But according to our conversion, z1 x1 1 x2 0 s1 0 s2 1 a1 minus 2 a2 0. Likewise the conversion we are having with that equation 0 minus 2 into key row equation. Likewise, we can move to next calculation. If I compare all the things with each other, the what is the least maximum positive number? Yes, 1. The first value, first cell value I consider. According to x1, there is 1 available, so that I pick this column as the key column. After that, I can identify the key row. For the reason, I find the ratio. How do I find the ratio? Already I told RHS value divided by corresponding column value. Here I can get 4 divided by 1 is equal to 4, and then 2 divided by 0 is equal to infinitive, and 3 by 1 is equal to 3. Likewise, I may get the ratio values. I compare 4, infinitive, 3. Here 3 is the maximum, least minimum value that is available with this ratio column, so that I can pick this as a key row. Okay, so this A2 row is the key row for corresponding problem. In here also the pivot point is 1. Already 1 is available, so that we won't go for convert this number it into 1, because already we are having 1, and other elements we should consider to convert it into 0 against key column. Here you consider constraint equation 2 already have 0, so that we won't go for converting that number, and in constraint equation 1 there is 1 available, so that we should convert that 1 into 0. How can I convert? Yes, equation 1 minus key row. Equation 1, the key column value is 1, key row value is 1, so that 1 minus 1 I easily get 0. And also other things also I can subtract with each other. 1 minus 0, 0 minus 0, 0 minus 1 I may get minus 1, 0 minus of minus 1, 4 minus 3 I may get 1. Likewise, we can create another table with the phase 1. Likewise, we may create the values which are correspondingly available with the constraint equation. And then the next element, equation 0 available, there is 1. How can I convert that 1 into 0? Yes, here already 1 available, so that equation 0 minus key row, 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Likewise, I may get. After that, the new table phase 1 I may get from these developed equations, and converting the key element it into 1, and other elements that are available with the key column is it into 0. Likewise, I convert, I may get the final solution. According to this table, phase 1 table, the minimum value of the objective function is 0. Let's see here, the equation 0 is the objective function, so the right hand side value is getting 0. Here I have reached the 0 value with the phase 1, so that I stopped here the phase 1 solving procedure. So I have to move for phase 2 for solving the problem, because the minimum value of the objective function is 0. Then proceed to phase 2, which is the rule that is available with the artificial variable technique. So now I can move to phase 2. Here what is the procedure to solve the problem? Yes, use the optimum basic solution by phase 1 as the starting solution for the original problem, and then the objective function has to be expressed in terms of a non-basic function only by adding suitable multiplies of the constraint equation involving basic variable. Here we directly solve the problem. Here I utilize the basic equation, mother equation, which are having the problem. The problem has minimization of z is equal to 5x1 plus 8x2. So I convert that z minus 5x1 minus 8x2 is equal to 0 as the objective function, equation 0 of the phase 2 initial table. Here I collect the coefficient values from the available mother equation. Z is equal to 1, x1 coefficient is minus 5, x2 coefficient is minus 8. Here in this equation there are no S1 and S2 values available, so that S1 is equal to 0, S2 is equal to 0, and also in previous phase 1 table right hand side value is I get 0, so that I reproduce the same 0 here. After that, what about other elements that are available with that table? Here I can convert this it into what is the procedure for artificial variable technique means I have to have convert all other variables it into 0 or negative number, which is the procedure available with the artificial variable technique. For this, I can eliminate the negative number that are available with the objective function value, which are -5 and -8. For the reason, I have to go for solve the problem directly. This step there is no key row available, so that how can I convert this -5 it into 0 and -8 into 0? Yes, for considering equation 0 plus equation 2 there is one already available, so that in equation 2 into 8, from this I can get the equation 2 into 5, sorry, equation 2 into 8, okay, equation 2 into 8, so -8 plus 8 I can get this term as a 0. After that, well, how can I convert the -5 into 0? In equation 3, the same corresponding column there is the 1 is available, so that equation 3 1 it into 5, so -5 plus 5 I can easily get 0. Likewise, we can convert the values that are available with the equation, the other values also we can multiply with each other and add the thing. Okay, here equation 2 I multiplied with 8 as 8 into 2 16 and 5 into 3 15. What happens? 15 plus 16 is equal to 31. Likewise, I may convert. Here let's see, here you see right hand side 31, how it turns. So I have to have convert the available values -5 and -8, those it into 0 according to the multiplication of equation 2 into 8 and equation 3 into 5. According to that, I can get 0 for the corresponding table value in the place of -5 and -8, and also I can get the right hand side value of objective function equation as 31. Okay, likewise I may get the values for S2 also. Okay, here how can we identify the minimum value? Minimization of Z. The minimization of Z, the objective function equation has a right hand side value of 31. So that minimization of Z is equal to 31 and S1 is equal to 1 and x2 is equal to 2 and x1 is equal to 3. Likewise, we may get the corresponding x1, x2, x3 values for this problem. So likewise, we may solve the problem with the two-phase method for getting the feasible solution for given linear programming problem. Here basic variable are available. Yes, here you see in first step S1, A1, A2 available, but intersection of hero and key column, we can replace the places of A1 it into x2 and then other things. Here you see A2 it into x1. Likewise, you also change the basic variable place also. From this we can get the x1 and x2 value for corresponding problem. Likewise, we can solve the problem with the two-phase method in artificial variable technique. Thank you. If you are having any doubts with this two-phase method means, you can ask me through comment box and I can answer you. Thank you all.